Okay, please. I would like to welcome our facilitator for today, in person of Haleemah Alabi. Um, Haleemah, Haleemah is a business intelligence analyst, and she's a distinguished business intelligence analyst with a rich background in data management, research, and both qualitative and quantitative analysis. At Sterling Bank, she has enhanced SME marketing reach by 18% and boosted healthcare sector revenue by 23%. Her expertise includes data visualization, Python, programming, and SQL. Haleemah holds a BSc in chemistry and is pursuing a certified business intelligence professional certification. She has completed the McKinsey Forward program and several technical online courses, showcasing her dedication to continuous learning. Haleemah is known for her leadership, collaboration, and ability to communicate complex ideas effectively. So it's a great honor for us to welcome Haleemah Alabi on today's community session. Please, I would like us to use an emoji to welcome our amazing facilitator who will be taking us the session this afternoon, or this evening rather. Thank you. Welcome, Haleemah. Over to you, please.
Thank you, Esther. Thank you, Lubukola. Thank you all for the welcome. Also, hello, everyone. Thank you for joining today. My name is Haleemah Alabi, as I've been introduced, and I work as a business intelligence analyst. So today we'll be talking about a topic that is quite, popular amongst the data analytics field, which is on the role of artificial intelligence and machine learning in data analytics. Um, Give me a second while I share my screen with you. Okay. Um, okay, please let me know when you can see my screen. Can you all see my screen now?
Yes, we can.
Oh, okay. Thank you for the confirmation. So basically, we'll be exploring on how AI, artificial intelligence, and machine learning is transforming the field of data analytics. And I'll be sharing insights on my experience on trends and also providing practical examples of how these technologies are being applied in the real world and also how we can apply them in our day-to-day lives. I look forward to an engaging and a very informative session with you all. So let's dive into this. So before we go in, I would just like to confirm or ask if anyone has an understanding of data analytics. Like, what do you think, in your own terms, what do you think data analytics is? So I really cannot see my screen if you raise up your hand, but I'll be glad if Esther or Lubukola can help me. Is there anyone that wants to explain what they understand by data analytics? Just so you know, there's no wrong or right answer. We're all here to learn from each other, and I just want us to have a very engaging session. No one?
Okay, so Joe has his hand raised up.
Okay. Yes, please let's hear from you, Joe.
Please go ahead, Joe.
Okay. Good evening, or you can hear me very well.
Yes, good evening, Joe.
Okay, as the name implies, data is very important. Should I say data is the new oil now, right? So any business that want to make progress need to understand the data trend of how is our business is doing in terms of the analytics.
Yeah.
For you to be able to really understand your business very well, the trend of your business is very paramount. Is your business making profit or not? Is it going down or going up? Because if you don't make sense of the data you are gathering in your business and you don't understand it, definitely you are actually working towards close down such business. So, in summary, data is everything, and we need to make sense of every data that comes around, or if we want to make progress in business. That's just like a summary of the analytics.
Okay, thank you very much, Joe. So yeah, just like you said, we are in this era of information overload, and we have to harness the power of data to make data-driven decisions, and also to help the business grow, and also to all improve our day-to-day lives by reducing. Oh, sorry, please. I think someone's speaker. Okay. And also to, improve the businesses and improve redundancy of tasks. So diving into this, oh, okay. Understanding data analytics. Data analytics is just the process of us inspecting, cleansing, transforming, and modeling our data with the aim of us extracting vital information and using it to make data-driven decision, using it to make informed decisions that can help the businesses we do or the businesses we work in. That's just what we understand by data analysis. Just the us processing a vast amount of data and uncovering meaningful insights or meaningful patterns and trends, and using it to empower the organization to make informed decisions, and also to gain a competitive edge in the markets. So the evolution of data analysis have moved from descriptive analytics, diagnostic analytics, predictive analytics, and prescriptive analytics. What descriptive analysis talks about is, what happened. It describes past performance or past events using historical data. By historical data, we're talking about data that is not current, like something that happened yesterday. We already know what happened, or something that happened 2 days ago, or last year, or previous years. So diagnostic analysis talks about, what's the root cause of this event or this behavior and this outcome. Okay. Using an example, just think of a bank that is trying to increase that just had a sudden increase in loan default, and we are trying to see, what happened. The descriptive analysis was, what happened. We already understand what happened, and we are trying to understand the root causes of the events and behaviors, or why this happened. And moving on to predictive analytics, it talks about us using the same historical data to predict the future outcomes, while prescriptive analysis just suggest actions that we can take to stop that we can take to improve that we can use to improve what's the word I use, to improve the business, or to stop. For the previous example I gave of the increase in people defaulting their loan, we're just trying to come up with actions that people can actually use, and help the organization by reducing the risks of people increasing their defaults in loan. So looking at it this way, okay. So, like I said, descriptive analysis talked about what happens. Diagnostic analysis talks about why it happened. Predictive analysis talks about what will happen in the future. And prescriptive analysis explains how we can make this happen. So let me give a scenario now. So, like I said earlier, we have Bank ABC, which in the what's the word? We have Bank ABC. Let's just use any random bank, and they noticed they had this increase in people defaulting their loan, which means people were taking up loan and they are not able to pay back the loan. And let's say they noticed that this people it increases from 3% to like maybe 10% in the last 2 years or 3 years, and they are trying to struggle, or like, what happened? Why did it happen? What can we do that it doesn't happen again? So starting looking at this in data analytics, we'll talk about, what happened. Okay, now we know what happened, that people are not paying their loan. So what segment of people are this? Are they young people? Are they old people? Is it that their employment status went from employed to unemployed, or what happened? So that's just us trying to understand what happened using this descriptive analysis. Okay, since we have moved on from the phase of what happened, we are moving on to why did this happen. So okay, we look at it, we analyze our data and look at it that, okay, these people, either the economic situation, or there was a rise in employment, in unemployment, and say, okay, the young people within 20 to like 35, they experienced like a 5% drop in unemployment, which actually, what's the word? It's made them default their loan and not being able to pay back because they do not have any source of employment. Or we can see that, oh, okay, people in a specific geographic region, let's say maybe people in Lagos, there was a lockdown in Lagos, or there was maybe a restriction in Lagos, and that, oh, okay, this was what happened that contributed to people not being able to pay their loan, or they didn't work for maybe a couple of months, and they had no money or no salary. So we already understand, oh, what happened, and we understand why it happened. So the next thing we are looking at is what will happen. So what will happen? We have to sit and analyze using predictive analytics that, oh, if we do not curb this, or if we do not mitigate this, the rate of people defaulting their loan will increase to, let's say, 10 or 15% in the next 2 or 3 years. A business wouldn't want to allow that happen. Okay. So since we know that, oh, if we do not do anything to mitigate this risk, we'll be in a loss of business. There will be, loss in the business. So we're looking at, okay, what else can we do? Is it like, oh, okay, we can actually, do you want to streamline the processes of loan? Do you want to, you know, do we want to also include further checks, or what do you think we can do? Like, oh, what will happen in the future if we do not curb this? So that's just what predictive analytics talks about. And prescriptive analytics talks about recommendations or suggestion. Okay, so now we know what happened, we know why it happened, we know what will happen if we do not do anything. So what can we do to make this stop? Okay, is it that we target people within this specific location, let's say Lagos, and say, oh, we offer them a different rate, and we offer them maybe flexibility in terms of repayment, and a longer duration instead of 12 months, maybe offer them 24. Is it that we have to, include a better credit check system where we are checking for their credit score? Prescriptive analysis just talks about us suggesting what we can do to, mitigate this risk. So that's just the basic of data analytics, and the evolution of data analytics from descriptive analytics, diagnostic, predictive, and prescriptive analytics. So what are the importance of data analytics in modern business? First, it helps us make informed decisions. It also, gives us the competitive edge, and it increases operational efficiency. In terms of making informed decision making, so data analytics has helped businesses, with data-driven decisions by, instead of us doing the guesswork and uncertainty, let's say, oh, we want to explore a new product. Or do you think we should do this product? Or we start guessing like, oh, okay, we think people will like it because maybe they are Gen Z, without, considering the other age sectors we have, the other age sectors we have, like, oh, maybe this product might work for millennials, might not work for, baby boomers. So it reduces, all those guessing and all those uncertainty that, are you sure this product is going to work for all of this age group we have? So it helps us make data-driven decisions. So, imagine we have a data warehouse and we have all of this data, and we could, see the performances of all the previous products that the company has had, and say, oh, okay, this product A works for this. So now we are looking at something similar to this product A. Since it works for this, there's still like 20% it might work for, most of all this, the age demographics. Yeah. So that's just what it is about in making businesses with data-driven decision. It also helps to reduce inefficiency and risk. So by analyzing data, we can identify opportunities and streamline operations in reducing cost. So we know that, oh, okay, looking at another scenario, we say, okay, let's take the loan scenario again. We see that, oh, the loan, let's say people taking loan, maybe they stop at the stage 3 before they get to the final stage, which is stage 5. And we are wondering, oh, why do people, end up closing the application when they get to stage 3 instead of them continuing to stage 5? And you could see that there's a lot of process, and possibly stage 4 wasn't needed, or is way too long. And just try to look for a way we can streamline processes, and in terms of reducing cost, which can make us get more customers, and also get fund from customers in terms of business wise. And it helps us identify areas and loopholes. So we are seeing like, oh, okay, let's say a product, we're trying to release a product and we're trying to say, oh, okay, what are the loopholes? We have data and we collect customers feedback, and we're trying to see that, oh, okay, let's listen to this customer feedback, and we try to notice one or two loopholes and be like, oh, okay, this is actually right. We do not need this loophole which is taking so much time. So it just helps us in terms of operational efficiency, and in terms of giving us competitive advantage. We have in today's highly competitive market, businesses that utilizes data analytics, they gain and they have more distinctive advantage than companies that just work traditionally. By using data analytics, they can actually stay ahead of their competitors. So, for example, now we have just the way banks are in Nigeria. Every bank has their own database, their data warehouse. We could see how a bank is doing. KPMG collects surveys. Other companies collect surveys, and they analyze this data, and give us insight into what most of these banks do. And we could see that, oh, okay, bank A is doing much better because they have a certain product that customers like. So imagine us, we have maybe imagine bank B having this similar product with more advantages and more functions. So it helps us to just help us have a more competitive edge. And now imagine a traditional bank that doesn't even use data analytics. So you don't even know what other banks are doing. You don't know how other businesses are growing. You just do your own thing, and they are wondering why they do not have much customers, like, or much revenue compared to other banks or other businesses that use data analytics in transforming their businesses. Also diving into AI and machine learning. Let me just take a quick pause there. Is there anyone that want to ask any question in respect to what data analytics is, and the evolution of data analytics, and the importance in businesses? Okay, no questions. All right, let's go into what AI and machine learning is. We all have the understanding of AI, even if we do not understand what AI completely means. I think almost everyone here would have interacted with one AI software. It might be ChatGPT, it might be Alexa, it might be Google Assistant, it might be even while watching Netflix or something. We one way or the other we've interacted with AI and ML. So what exactly is AI and ML? AI is artificial intelligence, and it's just a simulation of human intelligence. So what exactly AI is we train computer systems, we train machines to just we feed them information, we teach them the rules, we program them. That's the word I use. Program them and correct them on what they are meant to do. That's just what AI is. It's just simulation of a human intelligence process. And example of this are virtual assistant like Siri. We all have, for people that use Apple, we have Siri, and for Google, for other phones, we have Google Assistant. When you can, instead of taking up your phone, you can just do, oh, hey Siri, can you turn on this for me? And Siri does that for you, and you're like, oh, okay. That's just an example of AI too. What exactly is ML, machine learning? So, oh, sorry. That was weird. So about that. So machine learning is just a subset of AI. Under AI, we have um, other subsets such as machine learning, deep learning, and I think like two others. So ML is just a subset of AI that involves us developing algorithms or model, and it allows the computer to learn and make decisions based on that data. For example, we have Netflix or Amazon. I'm sure you would have noticed that when we are watching Netflix or Amazon Prime, and yes, trying to watch a particular movie, and let's say you watch an action movie and you want to watch any other movie, you can see there's always a recommendation from Netflix or Prime Video based on what you've watched in the past, and tell you, oh, because you watched this, you might actually like this because they are also in the same genre or in the same category. That's just what machine learning is. It gives we just what's the word? We develop models that learn from what we do on a day-to-day basis or the data that we feed it. That's just what machine learning is. It's a subset of AI. So what are the difference between AI, machine learning, and data science? Majority of people mix this together. So AI is the same thing as ML, and data science is just AI and ML, but they're quite a difference. So AI is just a term for machine-based application that mimic human intelligence. Just like I said before, AI is actually a simulation of human intelligence. It's just computer systems that we train and say, oh, do this. So AI is best for completing, complex human tasks. And not all AI solutions are machine learning, but um, all machine learning solutions are actually AI solution because machine learning is a subset of AI. So there's no how you want to mention machine learning without you saying, oh, it is definitely under AI. But not all AI solutions are machine learning. So machine learning is just an application that is based on AI. And what we do is, give the machine data. Like I said before, you give the machine data and tell them to learn this, I want you to, process this data, analyze the data, learn from it, and, do something for me. That's what machine learning is. And it's just best for identifying patterns in that set of data and to solve specific problems. For example, imagine you're working in a retail store and you're working as a data analyst or data scientist in a retail store, and you have let's take Amazon for example. That's on e-commerce, and they have millions of customers, diverse customers from different regions, different age group, different, everything is just, it's quite a lot of customers, over millions of customers, and you're trying to identify, okay, what is the pattern within these customers and how. So machine learning is just the best option for you to do that. Or yes, you feed in your data to the computer system and tell him, oh, for let's say Joe now, I want you to learn everything about Joe. Tell me what he has purchased in the last 5 years. Tell me what he has been doing on the Amazon platform. What category does he shop from? What other Amazon product does he use? Like maybe Prime, the video, the game, the music. So with that, we'll be able to make recommendations and say, oh, maybe Joe wants to buy something next month, and we immediately logs onto his Amazon profile. You can see, oh, see, this is a product you like, and be like, oh, how did this how did you know this? And sometimes when people see adverts, when you're checking, just like when you're checking your phone for stuff on Google or Safari on your browser, and you're trying to, oh, okay, this shoe is nice, oh, I want to get this, and all of a sudden you go to your social media platform, maybe Instagram or maybe Snapchat or any other platform, and you see that what you're searching for, you're actually seeing them coming on. As that's just what machine learning is. The phone is learning. Every phone we use is actually learning what we do. Whatever you browse, whatever you text, and things you even mention, you might not even browse it. You might just be talking to a friend that, oh, okay, I think I want to get this Nike shoe, I think I want to get this from this store, and the next thing you're seeing their adverts come up and you're wondering like, are they tracking you? But no, it's just ML that is doing his own thing. That's just it. So what exactly is data science? Data science is a field that focuses on extracting knowledge from data sets, and they are typically large data. We all understand the concept of big data. It's just data that is big, that is voluminous for humans to process or traditional systems to process. And with data science, we incorporate things like statistics, data analytics, and ML to understand and analyze, um, patterns with data. So that's the difference between AI and ML and data science. So by the end of this session, I know, we should be able to recognize what AI solution is, what ML solution is, and understand the difference between data science and AI. So how does AI and machine learning enhance business analytics? Very simple. First, it helps with the automation of data processing. Second, it also helps improve accuracy and efficiency, and it helps with predictive analytics and forecasting. So let's take a couple of notes on each of this. So AI and under automation and data processing, AI and machine learning also automates the process of large data sets, allowing for faster and more efficient data analysis. So tasks such as, data cleaning, data preparation, transforming your data, loading your data, all this can be automated. It's just, this helps us reduce time and effort required by either data scientists or analysts or, someone working with data. So it enables us to focus on the more complex problem and how we can, solving more complex problem and, decision, making better decision for the business. So under I hope I'm not being too I'm trying not to be too technical. So while working in data field, we have couple of tools such as Azure Data Factory in Microsoft, and this can help you automate data processing instead of you to sit down and start cleaning your data one by one. Just imagine you have millions of rows of data of customers' data, and you can't go through all of this. You can't go through millions of rows. Um, within a couple of hours. So why not just load this data into, the tool you use and tell you, oh, clean this data, just give it a command or a program it and say, oh, okay, just clean this data, remove anything that is null for me, remove any field that is not necessary for me. So data, it helps with automating of data process and also improve accuracy and efficiency. So ML models, machine learning models helps improve accuracy and efficiency over time, and they may learn from new data. So just like I said, let's say Joe was on Amazon trying to get things, and we based on what he has done in the last 5 years or from inception to date for what he has been buying from Amazon, we could we train the machine learning model and say, okay, learn all of what Joe has been doing on Amazon. And not only does it learn historical data, it keeps learning from the new data you feed it. So let's say what Joe has been purchasing on Amazon in the last couple of years is just maybe, sports, things in sports categories, gadgets, let's say kitchen. Then all of a sudden, next month or like, in the couple of weeks time, he buys from a new section. Let's say like video games or something totally different, skincare or something. And what machine learning model does is keeps learning from the new data. So it sees that, oh, Joe is buying from a different category. Okay, what exactly is Joe buying from this category? And it learns about what Joe is buying, and it gives recommendation of things that he might like in this new category and also with the old category. So it improves accuracy and efficiency without you even going to sit and retrain the model already. So every new data that comes in, machine learning, they keep learning from it. Is a continuous cycle for in terms of that. And also in terms of predictive analytics and forecasting, AI and machine learning, they are actually crucial for predictive analysis. There's no way we can perform a predictive analysis without us using either AI or machine learning. So where historical data is used to predict future trends. In terms of predicting, like I said before, we use historical data to see that, what will happen in the future based on what has happened in a couple of months or weeks or years. So ML models, they identify patterns and relationships that human beings might miss. And predictive analytics also allow business to forecast trends and say, okay, and the last 5 years has the revenue been for this hospital. So in the last 5 years, you can see that, okay, this is the trend of of our revenue. This 2020 we made this, 2021, 2022 we made this. So we can predict and say, okay, let's forecast that in the next 5 years, based on what has happened in the previous 5 years, we should be able to reach a revenue of maybe £1 million this year, or 1 million next year, or 1.5 in the next 2 or 3 years or 5 years. So predictive analysis gives us that edge in terms of forecasting what are the forecasting growth, yeah. In terms of forecasting growth, the growth might be maybe customer acquisition, maybe cost revenue generation. And it helps us in strategic decision making. Imagine you have a management meeting, and yes, you are the data scientist or the data analyst or BI analyst, and you have to come up with a presentation. Please, can you still see my screen?
Yes,
Oh,
we
okay.
can.
All right. And you have to come up with you have to come up with a report on how
Haleemah, sorry, we can't hear
We are
you
not hearing
again.
you again.
We can't hear you again. Probably the network or
hello. Can you hear me
yeah, we
now?
were not hearing you for some
Yeah, I just
just a
realized
minute
my
or two.
Teams went off. So
Okay, all right, go ahead.
let's see. Let me try to share my screen now. Uh, share screen. Okay. Okay, please confirm you can see my screen.
Very well.
Yes, where you stopped before. Yes, thank you.
Okay, sorry for the breakout. And so, like I said, predictive analysis just help us to, identify businesses where we can, identify business growths. And I was giving an example of, or a scenario of how you have a management meeting and you're told to present, or um, a report on what the company has been doing for the past 5 years, or products that the company has been working on from inception. And you are able to use this you're able to use AI and ML to predict that, oh, okay, this is what will be the company's revenue in the next 5 years, or this is the total customers that the company has as the organization has acquired from inception, and within the next 5 years, we are looking at maybe 35% increase in customer acquisition, or when you design your report and you're able to use predictive analytics and forecasting to tell stakeholders or management how the business is like or how the product has been doing. That gives a more better edge and understanding of how businesses have been doing. Okay, so let's talk about the practical applications in various industries in real life. Basically, most of my life I've worked in finance, so most of these examples or scenarios I might be giving might just be like finance, but we still relate this to what we do in real world in terms of other industries and also in our day-to-day lives. So looking at in finance, how do you think finance apply this AI or ML in data analysis? How do they apply it in their business? Because all we've been talking about is just English and gibberish and all. So how do they actually apply this in their business? In the business they do, we all know. Okay, banks, they have their tellers, they have the customer service, they have quite a lot of departments. So in what way does data analytics come in? Let alone AI or ML. How did they use this to improve customer service, or how did they use it to grow their revenue, or get more customers, or improve even improve what's the word improve operational efficiency, or even mitigate fraud. So an example, a typical example is the case of fraud detection. We all know banking in Nigeria can be one hell of something. That's the word I'll use. So the heavy one way or the other, you would have known someone or one person that said, oh, okay, I've actually been involved. Oh, my account was I was scammed, or maybe their account money was missing from their accounts, or someone had access to their card or an OTP code, and the person moved the money from his or her account to another account, and they went to the bank, and all of this. But all this could be mitigated using AI and ML, and financial institutions and fintechs, they are one of the sectors in the world that deal with the most fraud. Anything that has to do with money has a major problem. The major problem is fraud. And with businesses dependent on credit payments, bank transfers, the thing is we have to detect and deny fraud while protecting customers' money, or while protecting the worth of customers. It might be their money, it might be their transaction details, or whatever they kept with the bank. If that's not monetary. So what we can do in finances, or what a data team can do, is using AI or ML to detect fraudulent activities by analyzing transactions pattern. So, okay, how do we analyze this transaction pattern? How do we know this transaction is possibly fraud, or a customer initiated transaction? And that's where a fraud detection tool comes in. And what a fraud detection tool does is, is just us, the tool just analyze anomaly detection of and identify or flag spending behaviors. So, for example, let's say, okay, what Esther does on a transaction is in a month, let's say she does like maybe 5 million naira, with the maximum
Haleemah, I can't hear you again.
Hi, Haleemah. Yes, we lost your network. We can't hear you again. Please just give her 1 or 2 minutes to reconnect. I guess it should be network issues. Anyway, thank you. Sorry, we are making effort to reach out to her directly on the phone. Then we will get back shortly. Please bear with us. So in the meantime, while she'll be back, because I can see she's totally out now, we can drop our questions in the chat box because that's what we'll be moving into shortly after she runs up with our session. So let's begin to drop our questions if any. Then you're also free to speak when she's back. We'll get in touch with her and we'll revert shortly. Please bear with us.
We apologize for the break. Please, we're trying to get the facilitator back online. I think our network is pretty bad this evening. Please just still stay with us, everyone. Danjuma Donatus, how has the session been? Maybe we could discuss before the facilitator gets back. Donatus, Sylvester, Mbim. Hello. Joe, Donatus, Chooks. Hey,
Yeah, good evening. The section has been
good
interesting.
evening.
Yeah,
Wow, good to know.
yeah, I've been
Good to know.
enjoying it. Thank you.
And also, have you taken the AI 3 minutes course that we have on everything on data?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I do.
All right. So all right. So our facilitator is back on the call. So let's just allow her to take over now. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So sorry. I don't know. I've been talking to myself for a while. So I just transferred this call to my phone to restart the system. I haven't shut down my system in quite a while. It could be a reason. So I hope I'll be able to project on the phone.
Stopped at the practical application. So if you could just take the slide from that place, that would be fine.
Okay, all right. Let me, if you
Yeah,
could go to,
thank you.
let me see, share screen. Okay. I think you should be able to see my screen now. Can you see my screen?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. All right. So I'm trying to restart my laptop pending then, so I'll just do this on my phone. Sure. Okay, so I've taken the practical application in finance industry, and I was trying to move on to the practical application in retail industry. Just I've given an example of that, but let's look at it in the retail industry. So retail businesses, what they do is, they try to, improve customer experience and improve sales, just like you have stores like Jumia. What they do is they just want to improve their customer experience and increase sales by providing personalized shopping recommendations. And AI and ML can actually be used to analyze this customers' data and predict products or services that can help individual shoppers and products that they are likely to buy, like, or at least we can say, oh, there's a 60% chance or maybe a 50% chance that, oh, okay, one person will customer A will like this product. So that's just where a product recommendation comes in. And the recommendation engine works by leveraging machine learning and statistical modeling to examine the customer's past purchases, the browsing history, their preferences. Just like I gave, let's say Joe is trying to buy something on Jumia, and we can see all his previous purchases. We can see what he has been browsing, and we can see his preference if he prefers this to this, and we can see that. So what the engine does is just suggest products that aligns with the Joe's taste, and his needs, and create tailored shopping experiences. So even we can even go ahead like sending personalized emails to Joe and say, oh, because you bought this, you might like this, and offer incentives like, oh, here's a 10%, here's a 10% off your next purchase if you purchase something in the gaming store, if you purchase something in the sports store. That's just what a personalized recommendation does in video. We just want to see how we can improve the experience for this person, and improve sales, just like I always get notifications from what's the word was this company in Boho. So anytime I get a dress, or like buy anything from them, a top or anything, or even just open the app and just start searching or adding things to my cart, the next thing I'm saying is they're sending me an email like, oh, you have this in your cart, it's 10% off. Oh, you might like this based on because I bought a particular outfit in this section. It might tell me, oh, I might like this in this same section again. And I look at it and be like, oh, okay, this is actually not bad. And the next thing is I'm trying to purchase more. So it helps then increase sales. And everybody likes all those kind of things. Instead of you stressing, the time you have to use to, go on the website or the app, and you start checking like, oh, okay, I want a t-shirt that has I just want a plain t-shirt, or a t-shirt that has sort of customization on the front or the back, or I want a denim, or I just want to buy one cloth or the other that is very, it minimizes that stress, that time that you have to use to searching, and it sends you because you bought this, so you have this in this way, and you might like this, and be like, oh, okay, you see the email, I'm okay, I like this, and you buy it, and it's it improves your customer experience with the retail company, and it also increases sales for the retail company. And by offering relevant product recommendations, if the product recommendations are relevant to the customers or the people that shop from them or buy things from them, it helps them boost their sales, and improve customer experience, and improve loyalty within the customer and the company, and drive higher revenue, and stronger customer relationships. So just like you visit Nike platform, and they always recommend things that you like, and 60 or 80% of the time you buy things that are being recommended by the Nike. And before if someone tells you to go and buy from Adidas or something, you're always going to give them like, no, I prefer Nike, they know my taste, they know all this kind of thing. So it increases that relationship with the customer and the retail company. That's just a practical application of how it works, in how we can use AI and ML in data analytics in the retail company. And this deals with like most of all the retail company, like e-commerce, and all of those kind of companies that has to do with sales. And even sometimes it works in like stores, like physical stores that you go in. Once you develop a relationship with like the store that, let's say we have let's say would I say ShopRite, or what's the name of Spa. You go to Spa and you see that, oh, they always have these products that you like, and they're always running sales. Or you have a club card that gives you like maybe points off, like, oh, whenever you buy something 1,000 or like 5,000, you have that card, that that loyalty card that say, okay, for everything of 5,000 you buy, you are getting 1,000 off. So imagine when they do all this for you, you wouldn't want to go to another store and say, oh, I want to buy something in this other store. You'd be like, nah, let me go to Spa. They know what I like. They like, they have what I like. That will relationship or loyalty is just there with the brand. That's how it works too. Also in physical stores, not only retail, like online stores. Another practical application is in the healthcare company, and this does with predictive diagnostics. Um, healthcare organizations, what they do is, we all know what they do. They try to improve the patient outcome, and they try to reduce cost through early detection or intervention.
and how AI and ML can be used is implementing a predictive diagnostic by analyzing the patient's data and forecast disease and health conditions before they fully develop. And a predictive diagnostic tool works by processing the patient's record, your details, their blood pressure, your blood oxygen, all the details you've had with the customer, the as a customer with the hospital, the time you've fallen sick, malaria, typhoid, every other thing that you've done with the hospital, like your record with the hospital, your genetic information, like your blood type and all those, your lifestyle using, we could also teach ML to study this and identify pattern or risk factors. Just like say this customer has a low, would I say a high blood sugar or is it low blood sugar, and this customer has always been falling sick every now and then, or this customer, I say customer, this patient, so let's use patients as hospital. This patient comes for, this patient always has malaria. Or, no, malaria is very rampant in Nigeria. Or let's just say this customer or this patient has a specific diagnosis that he comes or she comes to every month. So with that, with the data, we could see that this customer has been, this patient has been complaining about this for a while, and wow, this could increase the chance of this person having maybe a kidney failure. This could increase the chance of this person having obesity. So the next thing you're trying to tell the patient that, okay, you should try to do this, try to be healthy, try to reduce this, try to, instead of you just waiting till when those things happen themselves and be like, but you should have known, blah blah. This was already telling you what to do and what to avoid, like what is likely to happen and how you can avoid these things before they happen. So I remember was it like last year I worked on a project in respect to my health details. So I've always been an Apple Watch user for like for a couple of years now, about 3 or 4 years, and I was just bored and I sat down looking for a project to work on. And the next thing I did was, please confirm you're with me. So I'm not.
Yes, we are.
Go ahead.
Thank you. So next thing I
Yes,
was just bored looking for a project to work on, and I was like, you know what, why don't I just analyze my own health details using all the details that my watch has been tracking. And I was able to extract all the details from my Apple Watch from so I've always been an health person like that much, so I record everything on my health. Anytime I go to the hospital, I put everything on my watch too. So my blood pressure, although the watch takes all of that since it's a smartwatch, the blood pressure, or the amount of times I've had my period, the duration of the period, the amount of times I exercise, the type of exercises I do, the type of exercises I do, the categories of exercises, the amount of time I spend doing one particular exercise and everything. And it was quite an interesting project for me, because what I did was I was able to see trends and identify like patterns where I've found called what's the word, I've actually fallen short. Like I could see that, oh, this was my favorite type of workout. Maybe in the year 2022 I did not walk up to an average of 10k steps in a day, which could actually maybe that was why I decided, that was why I had weight in that period compared to like the next month. Like it was just very interesting for me, because I could see things that I thought that I didn't know that I could, like I could see the my average BMI. I could see all of these things at a glance, and just in the projects. Like I'll be like, oh, this is how long I've been doing this. This is how many hours I spend working out. This is the type of workout I do. So I just imagine I send this, and it's something I thought about, but I'm not sure it could work in Nigeria. Like imagine the hospital, every hospital having an ID that can be linked. Let's say, for people that use Apple or even Samsung, like your email is quite linked to most of this smartwatch. Like, so imagine if the hospital has these records one way or the other, and they don't have to, you go to the hospital and they don't have to ask you all those silly questions like, oh, was your when was the last time you felt sick, or even as a lady, when was the last time you had your period, when they could see all of this on their screen. It just improves efficiency and customer what's the word, improve efficiency and enhance customer um satisfaction. So imagine, most times when we go to the hospital in Nigeria, we're always very tired, like, oh, you're gonna ask, when was the last time I had headache, when was the last time you saw your period, have you been drinking, have you been smoking, have you been doing all of this? So just imagine they have that wealth of data, like, oh, that, oh, okay, in the past 5 years they can see at least what everybody has been up to in their lifestyle. They can see like, oh, okay, if you don't work out or if you don't try to reduce the sugar you take, you are at risk of having obesity, or or you could even see, if people that track their food, you could see that, this is how this person have been eating. This person did not eat up to 2,000 calories. And see, if you don't eat up to this, it's possible you might lose, not only lose weight, you might have one health issue or the other. So try to eat above this. That's just the way of how we can apply AI and an ML in the healthcare industry. And what this does is it enhances patient care. It reduces the burden on healthcare systems. Just like I said, instead of you going, sitting down, and having to them to ask you all those questions again, and it leads to a better health outcomes and cost savings. So imagine you know all of these things already, so you know that, oh, okay, you yourself, nobody wants to have any serious health effect, and you be like, oh, no. So you know that, oh, okay, if I don't do this, I'll have obesity or something. I don't want to be obese, or I'll have what issue or the other, is spine issue or kidney issue or something. Nobody wants any health issue in the future. So it mitigates most of all these risks, and it helps both the healthcare system and also the customer itself, the patient itself. So that's just how we can apply AI and ML in this industries, in these three industries I gave an example of, from finance to retail to to healthcare. And so trying to log into this. So, and let's also look at how we can apply AI and ML in our day-to-day lives. So I've given an example of health and fitness tracking, just like I said with the project I did. You could know, for people that wear smartwatches, it doesn't even have to be Apple. It might be Fitbit or Samsung or any other smartwatch. There are ways that you can use this data, and there are ways you can use this data to monitor your physical activity and your heart rate, your sleep patterns. You could see that, okay, is it because I've not been sleeping up to 6 hours as recommended or something? You're having constant headache or migraine every day. You cannot focus. All of that thing. You could even know the causes of things even before you even reach the hospital, just for you to monitor your physical activity. And they provide personalized insight and recommendations. So I always get this notification from Apple, from on my phone, that, oh, okay, for every I work out frequently, so I can see that, oh, okay, it tells me, oh, this week I increased the duration I worked out. Maybe last week I was working out for 90 minutes. This particular way I worked out for 95 minutes. That was a certain percent increase. Or keep it up, blah blah blah. I could see things like that, like recommendations, and say, oh, okay, you've not been sleeping up to 7 hours a day, you should be able to sleep up to 7 hours again. This improves you to function properly and stuff. So that's just an example of how health and fitness trackers promote a healthier lifestyle for in helping users achieve their fitness goals, even track your progress, and gain insight into your overall well-being. Another example is our personal assistant, just like Siri, Alexa, Google Assistant, and these are AI personalized, AI powered personal assistants that uses natural language processing, which is something in AI. It's what it does is understand and respond to voice commands, and these are not even only on phones. I think I've seen a remote control that instead of you pressing Netflix or swiping, you just tell the remote, just click on speak and say Netflix, and the next thing is the remote, actually the TV went to Netflix, instead of me trying to move. So these are how personal assistant help us. Also this personal assistant, this AI powered assistant, also they are on the social media platforms like LinkedIn. So you can see that, oh, okay, sometimes if you want to generate a content or if you want to rewrite it, you can see that, oh, this can actually help you rewrite it this way. And you could even speak to it and say, okay, this is it, and we write it this way. We have other things like Grammarly, and just like Chat GPT. So that's also another example of how we can use AI and ML in our day-to-day lives. And something about GPT is for you to know your prompts, and for you to have a very good prompt and tell it that, okay, I want you to do this for me. I want you to create a daily routine for me, and it does that for you, and be like, okay, you can edit it to what you want. But if you actually give it a very good prompt, you shouldn't need so much editing, and it shouldn't be that AI concentrated. That's just another example of how we can use AI in our day-to-day lives. We could also use no. So I just my friends, my former colleagues, I call them friends too, used to tell me, oh, I am that the concept of AI was developed for people like me, because I could literally do a lot of things on my phone without me touching my phone. And it might sound weird, but that is how it improves productivity. So, most times when we want to do something on our phone, even if we want to check our mails on our phone, and the next thing you're seeing a notification from Instagram or TikTok or something, and the next thing you just quickly open it and say, oh, let me just do something, one or two things. The next thing you're saying is you're spending over 5 minutes on Netflix, you're spending over 10 minutes on Instagram. The next thing you lose focus of what you're trying to do. So when I want to stay productive, I just try to. So instead of me doing all of that on my phone, I have some AIs that I could use that, okay, do this. If I get a specific message from someone, reply this way. Even if I want to listen to music, it is set up that way on my phone. So every morning when I wake up, I try to listen to um a uh I don't want to I try to listen to a particular song, which is actually a Quran on my phone. And I don't need to even unlock my phone to do that. All I needed to do was to set up a command, a shortcut to say, oh, by sunrise, play this song for me. It plays that for me. Or by sunrise, open unlock this for me. It does that. So even when I go to the gym or even some places that I set up, I don't need to, open my phone and do things, because the phone has been set that way by me to do things. So whenever I go to the gym, based because the gym has a specific location, I put it that way on my phone. Like, oh, whenever I am in this location, put up a fitness do not disturb for me. So I do not like people disturbing me doing fitness. So that's another way it improves my time. I spend my time in the gym instead of me, pressing phone, just the way, do you know how it works? You pick up your phone and the next thing is, yeah, losing track of time doing other things you shouldn't do. So, and time is money, like they say. So I like to use the time very wisely. So that's just how we can use AI in our day-to-day lives. And you can even say, oh, whenever I want to reply to some messages that are very like regular, something like happy birthday or something, I have a prompt on my phone that says, whenever I receive this kind of message, or the message contains happy birthday, just respond, thank you very much, or something like that. Or whenever is a specific time, even if I want to call my parents or I want to call my brother or anyone, I just need to like, oh, by this. I call my parents like weekly. So I don't need to like call them. They know the time I call them. I don't need to press my phone and say, oh, call mom, call dad. By Sunday, by 7 p.m., it automatically calls them. All I need to do is make sure my phone is with me so I can hear them. That's just how, we can use AI in our day-to-day lives. And that's what we can also use this in our like improve productivity, in terms of, I mentioned how we can use it on LinkedIn. Sometimes you don't want to write, you can just tell it this is what you want to write, and it brings up a content for you. Or also I know phones do this. I don't really know much about Android phones. Like iPhone, sometimes it notices you do a lot of things, or it notices you open your, what's the word, your notes like every 2 days or something, and the next thing you're seeing it on your phone, be like, oh, okay, your suggestion, you should open your notes, you should do this and that, and you see that, oh, okay, yeah, it's true. Even if you forgot to, set a notification for that, you can see that, oh, because the phone is tracking your progress, tracking what you do on the phone, monitoring you, you can see that, oh, this is how this is what you should be doing by this time. And it also helps, that way it helps you improve how productive you are, rather than going on social media every time, or yeah. So that's just how we can use this in our day-to-day lives. These are just very few examples of how we can use this. And overall, we just talk about the importance of AI and ML in data analytics, which I emphasized on that before. It helps of transform how businesses and industries operate, and by providing powerful tools for data-driven decision making. So instead of us stressing ourselves and thinking about how we can do this, like traditional ways, just brainstorming and how we do the complex work, but let AI and ML do the easier ones rather than us doing that way. So I used to have this colleague, so that tells me, oh, most times when you get a specific task, it doesn't really do the programming. All it does is tell ChatGPT to do this for you. And I'm like, oh, how does that work out for you? Like, he knows all the syntax. He knows he's advanced in SQL, but he cannot sit down and do a task that is like is way above. So what he does is just feed it to ChatGPT to do that, and he looks at it and say, okay, if this is correct or not. And he said he's not going to sit down to write a couple of lines of code for a basic task when he can focus on the more complex one. That's just another way of how it can improve what's the word? How you can improve efficiency in terms of wasting time, yeah, and automating our tasks, enhancing accuracy, and offering predictive insights. Also staying updated with advancements in AI is quite crucial for being in a competitive industry, having a competitive edge in an industry. And the future, what's the future outlook of AI, and the future of AI and ML. It holds an existing possibilities, yeah, from further advancements in terms of personalizations, in terms of automation, to groundbreaking innovations and various fields. In the next couple of years, we'll be hearing about tools that when ChatGPT came out, people were like, "Oh, what's ChatGPT?" Blah blah blah. That was like late 2021, and see how most people are using ChatGPT now, that even companies and people are even scared because they feel like people don't want to do things themselves that much than just copy and paste that. So that's just what, just imagine the amount of tools that AI could generate in the couple of years coming in, couple of years, yeah, coming, yeah. So also embracing this technology will reduce continuous will require continuous learning. So that's just something about it in especially in tech, whatever field you have, is even not even in tech, like continuous learning is something that we have to do. So no matter how you want to teach a computer system, you want to program this AI and say, oh, do this, or you want to program a robot and this, and you still have to teach it continuously. So it still has to learn continuously. So it evolves as the world is evolving. Yeah. And adaptability and commitment to ethical practices. That's just something, like I always tell people, AI is not the problem. Human beings have always been the problem. Using these tools for unethical practice. So learning is quite continuous, and training and the commitment to ethical practices. And as AI and ML continue to evolve, they will play an increasing if significant effect or role in shaping our future, and also offering new opportunities for growth and development. So if you can see, I know in the UK, previous years, there were a couple of roles that were looked down on, and all of a sudden these are roles people are recruiting for, and be like, thanks to AI, they've actually so thanks to AI, they've actually created opportunities for several several career paths, and not only career paths, whatever career path the person is, they actually created opportunity for learning more, for potential for personal and professional growth. And what exactly is the future of MI? So we heard like say AI evolves rapidly, and it brings innovation such as AI for personalization. So before we did not have anything like AI for personalization. We hardly receive all those emails we receive from all of this organizations saying, oh, try this, try that, and stuff. And even generative AI, such as generating content, like instead of you sitting down, you have we have AI powered platforms that generate content from you, from image, from video, from voices and stuff, and chat GPT too. So with the ongoing technology advancements, we can expect even more greater breakthrough, future more better more greater breakthrough further shaping our future. So imagine the amount of things you could predict in the next couple of years. In the next couple of years, some roles might not even be, and there might be some tools or software that we can even use to advance our the business we do, or the organization we work for, or even our day-to-day lives. As at some point, I'm sure we will not be able to use a couple of stuffs anymore, and the future would have just been, we would have forgotten few things. Just remember where we had what's the word, before Uber came in, we had all these traditional cabs, which how many people use traditional cabs anymore, when we know that Uber was a game changer in terms of the transportation industry. And um what's this before Instagram came out, just we used to have this, I've forgotten the name. We used to have this, I can't remember. We used to have this picture camera, picture stuff. Oh god, I totally forgot that. And not even okay, another example of that is before iPhone came out, the previous phones that we used to use, the Nokia, the Samsung. Look at how look at, let's say, Nokia, the Blackberries, and or look at how iPhone and what's the word, Samsung took over the business, just by improving, using technology, using AI to just reshape the business. Now you can see that, okay, before Apple came out, then we had the most of the phones we were using then were like just Nokia, the BlackBerry. You can see BlackBerry is like very non-existent right now. And what the Apple do, they just decided to see things from different perspective. Oh, okay, we want, these people want pictures, let's give them a phone that want pictures. These people want fingerprint, let's do this. These people want this, let's do this. They're always there, and ready to change the business. Just like Uber, to Uber has moved from just the transportation business, and they're expanding to, they've sorry, not they're expanding, they've expanded to food, to other logistics, to even partnering, train, and all of that. So that's just the future of AI. It's just the future outlook, what will be in the next couple of years. Some of this platforms we use, even social media, some of them might not be existent as a couple of years, because there might be another company, or even the same organization or the same business, that, oh, let's develop something better, and let's give them something advanced. And um, even cars, look at how Tesla is taking making a name in the business now. Most people do not want to drive traditionally, or use like the fuel and stuff. We have electric vehicles that you can charge. So why am I buying fuel? Why am I doing this when there's an electric vehicle, and in a working country where there's always light and stuff, and the road is good. So what's the point of you buying fuel for that expensive price? And that's just how the future of AI and ML works. And before you know, there are also cars that have couple of there are also cars that have couple of AI infused in them. Like, oh, whenever they eat a certain thing, let's say you know you have you had an accident, or a brief accident, sorry, or an incident. Let's just call it an incident, and you can see that, oh, okay, also you can see that, oh, the car just realized that, oh, you had a bump. Instead of it you know breaking down there, the next thing is the car has actually called your insurance company, notifying them that yes, you had a bump, and they should take care of that and send another car for you. No, it saves you all those time of you arguing with the person that it's your car, and saying, oh, when you know you have work to be like 10 o'clock, it saves you that it's another car is already on his way in less than 2 minutes, has called an Uber for you. So just imagine like how most of this will be. And even on our Apple, like I know for Apple Watch too, it has this as a date right now, when you fall down, it has this fall detection that, oh, even if you eat something hard, it tells you, oh, should it dial your emergency? It doesn't even hacks, it calls your emergency contacts immediately. So that is just how AI and ML have been trained, because when you set up your watch, you set up that detection. So whenever you eat a thought or something, and it calls your emergency contacts for you instead of you. It's even asking, should I call this? And it also has this crash detection future, which is also in AI. And that's just how future of AI. Just imagine in the next 3 or 5 years, some of what we are doing right now might not even matter anymore, because there are tools that would have been created to have taken over this. And also it creates opportunities for people in the future. We have how many people are data scientists now, data analysts or BI analysts, project managers, product managers. In a couple in years back, we didn't really need most of all this career. Most people tell you they just want to be a doctor, a lawyer, or a banker or something, accountant or something. But now you see AI has been able to create a lot of opportunities, not only in the tech space, also in other spaces. It has been able to create more opportunities in terms of career for us. So it's just we just need to prepare for what this future will be like, and spread awareness, and keep educating ourselves. Whenever a new tool comes out or a new software comes out, we just know, what does the software do, how can we interact with it, how can I make it productive for me, how can it be productive for me, how can it improve my productivity in the my everyday to day life. So that's how it is for me. Whenever I stumble upon a new tool, oh, okay, how can I integrate this in my life? What can this tool help me do? Does this tool actually work for me? Those are things that I try to consider, you know, just like that. So that's just it. So I've given example already in AI can assist doctors in analyzing medical images, potentially saving lives. Instead of when you go to the hospital, you could see that, oh, the AI has run the let's say it's a diagnostic center, and it's the AI is actually infused in the scan, and see that, oh, because of this fractured hip, this person has this. Instead of the doctor guessing, could it be this? Could it be this? Could it be this? So AI has helped you in that already. Also in transportation, you could see the power of self-driving cars like Teslas, and we could anticipate even more in the future. So that's just it. And I've come to the end of the section, and in concluding, is just AI and ML are not just technological trends, but they are essential tools for transforming data analytics, and they help us to drive business success by understanding and leveraging, making use of this AI and ML. We can start to unlock new levels of productivity, efficiency, and insight. And that's the end of this session. Thank you very much. I would like to hear from you. Any questions, any clarifications you need, please.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Haleemah. Was really a great time. Thank you for pouring out yourself. Thank you. So at this juncture, we would like to know if anyone has any question. If you have any question, kindly raise your hand so that Haleemah can take the questions. All right, Fashola, you have the floor. Please go ahead and ask your question.
Thanks for this session. It was very enlightening. I just wanted to ask a question. When you're talking about like setting up a system for like your music, when you're like in a certain location, like when you go to the gym, is it a complex programming, or is it an app or a software that you have on your Apple phone that does that?
So it's nothing complex. It's just is on your Apple shortcuts. So it's just it comes with the app. I said the app. It comes with the phone. It's just shortcuts, and what it does is it just automates things. That's what it does.
Okay, thank you. I'll look out for it. Thanks.
So if you use an Apple device, you can just search shortcuts on your phone, and go to your automations, and you could see a lot of automations you could do. So I also have an automation when if I set an alarm and I snooze it, I just kept in it a text there like, oh, wake up sleepyhead, stuff like that, you know. Whenever I'm in the gym, it comes up like, oh, okay, set up a fitness DND for me at so time, play this music for me. When my battery is 20%, tell me to plug my phone, you know, things like that. So there are a lot of automations you could do there yourself.
Thank you.
All right, Timmy Tokwe, thank you. Do we have any other questions?
All right. Do we have any other questions? All right, I'll take it that we do not have any further question. Thank you so much, Haleemah. So right about now, I'll be handing over to Emeka to, close the session for us.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Can anyone hear me, please? Can we all confirm you can hear me, please? Hello, can anyone hear me?
I can hear you.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. First of all, I would like to say a very big thank you to Haleemah. Haleemah, thanks for the insight. It has been a very wonderful session. Thank you so much. Um,
Thank
we've
you.
all heard that we've all heard Haleemah, machine learning and AI. We're in the world of machine right now in the world of AI and generative language modeling and then machine learning. Everything we do, one way or the other, we've got across AI and machine learning. Even on our phones, most of us, I don't know if you use Boom Player on your phone. Those of us that use Android phones, if you do use Boom Player, you would notice there's a feature where once you turn on that feature, when the next track is about to come in, it can come in before the current track ends. Let's say 15 seconds to the end of the current track. That is AI for you. Before now, you never had that feature. Do you get me? So that is something that we know it just happened, but this is the power of AI in our lives. Our Siri on our iPhones, this are all AI concepts. So it's been a very wonderful experience listening to you, Haleemah. Thank you so much once again. Thank you everyone for your time. Thank you so much for listening. We hope to see you more for our next classes, which will be we'll always send a message to the group. The recording will be placed on our YouTube channel for everyone to go and watch. I think that was all for now. Thank you so much for coming on. Bukola, I think I'm done. Can round up for the session.
All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. We would communicate the time and date of the next training. Thank you so much. Do enjoy the rest of the evening. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you, Haleemah.
Bye.
Thank you, Bukola.
Thank you. Bye.